There you go. Okay, so do you want to start off with a welcome, Dave?
Yeah, okay, yeah. So guys, thank you for coming in. Normally I'm either at home or in the office, but I'm out and about today, so I do apologise. Obviously I've got Jen, who's very able in the background, that's going to be sharing the presentation for me as I speak. Nick, I've obviously spoken to you previously. Obviously, yep. I've got Casey in, that's from a club that we've not managed to speak to before, so it's nice to have you here, Casey. Nice to meet you. And then obviously we've got a couple of our members, because one of the things that the Sports Business Club does is it has quite a lot of business club members which bring either services or funds into a lot of our clubs that we help fund as well. So basically what Jen's going to do, Jen's going to share screen now and bring up a presentation. And on that presentation, basically, what I'm going to do is I'm going to run you through, Casey. Nick, obviously this is again for yourself and obviously for your channel, what the Sports Business Club is about and how it helps fund sports clubs all over the UK. And then obviously what we can do is we can hear from a couple of our members, being Marie and Graham, that bring funds into clubs. Graham's company saves clubs money and brings funds in, and Maria brings funds into clubs in a very cost-effective way, which is fantastic. So if we go ahead, I'll run through the slideshow. If anybody's got any questions as I'm going through the presentation, if you just type it into the chat, that will be great. And then obviously, Casey, yourself, if you want any more information about what we do after the meeting, Jen, I think she's just done it actually, put an email address in the message chat for you. And Marie and Graham will both be putting their contact details in the messages as well whilst I'm running through the presentation. So thank you very much. So Jen, do you mind sharing the presentation for me, please?
Yeah, absolutely fine. No problem. Share screen. And I believe it is this one. Are you happy with that?
Yep. What you need to do, click on the slide in the middle, like in the white screen. That's it. Go all the way. That's it. That's the beginning. That's fine. Right. So every time I suggest to move on, Jen, you just need to click right or use the mouse on the right hand side of that screen. All right.
It's fine.
Okay. So one thing I can't do when I'm looking at this, because I'm looking at it on my phone, is I can't actually read the text that's on the 5-star reviews, Jen. So when we get to that slide, if you can read them out, that'll be great.
Okay.
Okay, so obviously the first slide is a Sports Business Club. There's about 6 slides, and in between each slide, there is a review, which we're 100% 5-star rated. That's either from a club that's received funding, from a business that's part of the network, or from a charity stroke community project that's also received funding for ourselves. So if we go to the next slide, Jen, the first one's a review and off you go.
Okay, here we got 5-star review. It says, good people doing good things. What can I say? What an amazing company. As a wheelchair rugby sports club, we jumped at the opportunity to perhaps gain more sponsors and meet like-minded people who were interested in sport and the community. We have been given so much more. Today, I had a donation drop into our bank account from a wonderful company who have also offered us ongoing support with the services they can offer. Amazing. Nothing expected in return, just good people wanting to do good and wanting to recognise the importance of sport and the hard work done by all the clubs out there. What more could I ask for? I cannot praise this company enough. Thank you. You have made a team of wheelchair rugby players very happy, and thank you to our donor and the team at the Sports Business Club.
Yeah, thank you, Jen. If you move on to, so the story behind the network is I co-own a semi-professional football club called Gillingham Town in Kent. And obviously we had lockdown 1, season was abolished. And a lot of the clubs, the companies that would have sponsored us for ongoing seasons had been closed or wasn't trading. And also when we launched our next season, which again was abolished, we were not allowed spectators at the ground either, which was even more difficult for companies to sponsor you because of obviously not much exposure. So we had to think about a different way to bring money into the club. So what we did is we set up a business network with our local businesses in the town that we're based in, and we contacted them and basically offered them a networking solution where companies can meet each other on Zoom. We met at the ground. We were going to do network meetings at the ground, which we managed between lockdown 1 and lockdown 2. We do social media posting about the club and the businesses that join the network. And obviously we host meetings between the members and introduce members of businesses to be able to do more business, and businesses that suit clubs to introduce them to the clubs to help clubs out as well. Ironically, our first networking meeting within a month, we raised enough money to run our club for over a year. And at our first face-to-face network meeting in July, we ironically had a board member of another semi-professional football club, Tooting and Mitcham, turn up, and the Kent FA turned up as well. And they basically asked if we could basically do what we're doing for our club for other sports clubs as well. So on the 1st of September, we launched a sports business club to help fund any sports club and charity within the UK.
Okay, next slide.
Yep.
And we have another 5-star review. I'm going to stop saying that because, to be honest, they're all 5-star. I'm not bragging. I'm just trying to cut to the chase here. So we've got Rags to Riches. Can't thank the Sports Business Club enough. When they say they help fund grassroots sports clubs, they mean it. Since I've been getting referrals for TSBC, our club, Gillingham Town FC, has paid all of our bills to date and there's money in the bank. A complete turnaround from last season. Thank you so much.
Excellent.
And then we've got sporting associations, Dave.
Yep, so we've got some sporting associations that we're partnered with. So we're partnered with the Isthmians League, who back what we're doing for all of their clubs. And we actually work with a few of the Isthmians League clubs as we speak. We're also partnered with Sports Connect, which are the guys down at Cheltenham Athletic, which deliver program and training to disadvantaged people from both mental, physical and educational difficulties. Obviously, we have the Suffolk FA. Not sure where that came from.
Yeah, exactly. I get in there. I mentioned the other day. Yeah.
Excellent. We've got ME Sports, which is Matt Elliott, the ex-Leicester City centre-back, who run coaching and funding programs in sports clubs in Leicestershire. And Caroline McRoyal Consulting. Caroline was the former chief executive of Surrey Football Association, and she's now a sports club funding and sports club managing expert, where she helps sports clubs in their development and their progress, as well as all different funding options all over the UK. Next slide, Jem.
Yep. Now we have another slide, networking with the difference. Being a member of quite a few networking groups, I can honestly say the Sports Business Club is definitely unique and takes business networking to a whole new level. TSBC gives a percentage of your membership fee to grassroots sports and charities. When I heard this, I thought I would be crazy not to be part of this group. Who wouldn't want to give back? It is an honour to be part of a group that gives back to these clubs and charities that have no or little funding, especially in this current climate. For me, it is not all about what you can get. How is it going to help me? It is about how you can help those around you. Not only does funding go to the clubs and charities, it is the different services from the group that can be given back to the clubs as well. The TSBC founders and members are very welcoming and have the same passion and support and are supportive.
Excellent. Thanks, Jim.
Now we have our ambassadors.
Yep. So we started off with about 10 ambassadors. We're now knocking on to about 50. Obviously, football is the largest sport in the UK, so most of our ambassadors are ex-footballers. But we have Team GB powerlifters. We have people in rugby that are playing internationally for rugby. We have people that have played lacrosse for England. So we have a lot of different sports that we work with. But some of these, so for example, John Robinson, ex-Cheltenham Wales, John Mackham, Man City and Crystal Palace. Natalie Hurdley is Team GB's current female powerlifter. Danny Thomas from Leicester, Jamie Forrester at Hull, Denilson at Arsenal, Matt Elliott from Leicester, and Gary Caldwell from Celtic, ex-Newcastle in Scotland as well.
Okay. We have another review.
Jen, on this review,
yes.
If you just read basically the first paragraph and the last paragraph.
Okay. Having completed my first month as part of this new networking club, I can write this review confident that the hugely positive experience so far is not a flash in the pan. If you're looking for a networking group that promotes business, promotes the development of relationships, and doesn't take itself too seriously, and does a bit for very worthwhile causes, then the Sports Business Club is for you.
Thanks, Jim.
And now we have how we fund sports and charity.
Yeah, so this is how we fund sports clubs and charities in the UK. So if a sports club becomes part of the Sports Business Club, which is completely free of charge, by the way, first and foremost, we can help fund you by, because we're a business-to-business network, if you have sponsors and businesses within your community and your sports club, if you refer those businesses into our network, If they choose to sign up to our network because they feel obviously it's value for money, then we cut back 20% of our membership fees that we receive from a sports club, which is generally either 100 or 150 pounds, directly back to that sports club. And we do this on every single member, and every year that membership is renewed. We have started our face-to-face networking at the moment, and clubs that are doing face-to-face networking will receive 20% of the membership. Clubs that are not doing face-to-face networking will receive 15% of a business that signs up on their membership, and the 5% that goes into a pot is shared between the other clubs that are doing face-to-face networking within the group. We also donate 5% of our monthly turnover to the charities and community projects that our ambassadors wish us to support for their assistance promoting the network. Additionally, we have something called the Club Support Pack, which we send out to all of the clubs that register with us. And what that is it's a selection of businesses, which we're meeting 2 of them tonight, that are there to help assist sports clubs all over the UK, as I say, with either services in sport, reducing outgoings and costs, or helping sports clubs run more smoothly. Within the Club Support Pack, we also have a fund that we are building so that if sports clubs cannot afford certain services, for example, maybe a physio or, business insurance or whatever it might be, then you can apply to the Sports Business Club, and we may be able to fund up to 25% of that service for you, depending on what the fund and bank account is looking like at the time. So it's not just about providing the funding on the networking, it's also about providing services and people to sports clubs that can help sports clubs run efficiently, bring funding in, or help them restructure and move forward. Thank you, Jen.
Next slide. Another review. What an amazing group of people, an amazing company that I can't praise highly enough. Please get involved. You will never look back. As a life coach, hypnotherapist, and NLP practitioner, I use my own experiences and knowledge to make a difference to people's lives, I hope. Let me tell you that asking nothing in return is just what this company and these people do. Simply help change lives and make a difference. Last week, I received my first payment of funding. Nothing asked in return, and myself and everyone involved know that that money goes to make a difference to people's lives. In a world where we hear people say, be kind, let me state that the Sports Business Club don't just say it, they actually do it. And in doing so, make a huge difference to other people's lives. And isn't that why we're all here? To make a difference.
Excellent. So basically the service that we offer businesses, so if you are, work for a business that networks or you've experienced networking before, the service we've offered to business on the networking, we believe is extremely unique. And a lot of the businesses that use us believe that as well. So our members can basically log on to a monthly, a members only networking website where they can literally meet with each other on one-to-ones without any networking meetings. And literally, I believe we've spoken to members, not one member actually rejects a one-to-one with any other business within the network. So it's a very efficient way to meet other businesses and obviously talk to them about your services and what you do. And because all the businesses have that same synergy of giving back, you pretty much find that these guys will work together if and when they can. We will also host, and we are now starting, because COVID is allowing us to host multiple monthly face-to-face networking meetings all over the UK. These happen at the sports clubs that are part of our network that are hosting the network meetings. We had one of our first ones at Tooting and Mitcham about 2.5 weeks ago, who are now doing their monthly network meetings, and it went down extremely well. And if we host network meetings face-to-face with clubs, we can help them with respects to how they host the meeting and the agendas and how they run. And what we do, leading up to the date of the network meeting, is we contact businesses all over and around the area of the club to invite them into the meeting as guests. And then after the meeting, we talk to them about membership. And any business that signs up, we obviously pass that money directly on to the club. We also host multiple monthly network meetings online where businesses can come to 3 or 5 networking meetings and meet other businesses all over the UK via Zoom. We do social media posting about each company and its projects. We also give businesses the ability to run their own webinars to our members, clubs and charities. We do individual introductions on business to business, and our ambassadors also share our company's details on their own social media, depending on membership. Last review, Jen.
Okay. Another review. It's not rocket science, it's groundbreaking. The Sports Business Club is a network that exposes my business nationwide. It has a real community feel to it, and I've already developed some really good business relationships in a relatively short period of time. If you're interested in helping out grassroots sports and giving back something, it's a no-brainer. You should get involved. And what's more, you do business too. It's the perfect balance between business and pleasure.
There we go. Thanks, Jen. And that's the end. So you can stop sharing now, Jen.
Okay, absolutely fine.
So basically, that's what we do, and that's how we do things. Has anybody got any questions over what we do and how we do things? No? Okay, so that's fine. So what we'll do from here is we've now got obviously two of our businesses that help obviously with clubs, especially with funding for both of these members. And one of our members is saving money and bringing funding in, and the other one is bringing funding into you. So what I'm going to do is firstly introduce you to Graham, who's going to talk to you about Fusion for Business. And then after Graham's spoken, then we'll go on to Marie, who will also talk to you about my club stuff as well. Over to yourself, Graham.
Hi guys, I'll just get straight into it. So Fusion for Business, we are a cost consultancy, and we specialise in helping businesses and sports clubs save money on their energy. We offer three simple services, today, tomorrow and yesterday. Our today service is an open and honest, transparent approach to energy procurement. So we will declare commission, tell the customer exactly how much we make. Tomorrow is our energy reduction services, where we help sports clubs towards a net zero future. We can actually fund this through a supply contract, so we can pay for things like LED lights, solar panels, EV car charging ports, things like that through a supply contract. And then our yesterday solution is our partnership with a company called Threefs. And they're one of the legal top 500 companies in the country. Through our partnership with Threefs, we have received FCA accreditation. So we are the only energy consultant in the country with FCA accreditation. And we can help businesses and sports clubs claim back any missold energy contracts or hidden commissions that may have been added into a contract if they've ever used a broker. We also offer sports clubs the opportunity to create a recurring revenue stream by sort of referring business from your existing network of club sponsors and partners into Fusion. Any business that we get through the sports club then receives a referral fee.
Cool.
Pretty much it. In a
Thank you very
nutshell.
much, Graham. Sorry, where are we?
Graham's finished. We're
Okay,
thanking
excellent.
Graham.
Excellent. So Fusion can basically deal with, any and all of any type of energy information for each club. If they've been overpaying, they can claim money back. They can also set up, obviously, green energy within the clubs. They can also set up the car charging points in car parks that feed into the clubs and finance the clubs. And they also can potentially find cheaper energy, sourced energy via suppliers. And if they do find cheaper energy and the energy company pays a referral fee to Fusion for Business, then Fusion for Business will share a percentage of their commission and referral fee they get for saving you money and providing you with new energy, and they will share that back to the clubs for funding, so the clubs receive funding as well. So excellent, thank you for that, Graham. So moving on to Marie and my club stuff. Off you go, Marie.
Yeah, evening guys. Like David said, Marie from my club stuff. And what we do is look after your business branded merchandise. So for a business, that would be anything and everything they could need branded, that they wear, your business cards, your banners, your promotional gifts, giveaways, pretty much anything and everything branded. The reason we work with the sports club specifically is another service we offer, which is on-demand merchandise. And what we do for sports clubs is because we're very aware, grassroots sports clubs, usually being run by volunteers, short on time, always wanting more money. So one of the things we do is to give them their own online club shop, but without having to buy any stock up front and with us doing the work for them, basically. So we give them an e-commerce website. We set that up for you. The products inside the shop are chosen by the club, decorated with sports club crest or whatever it is they want to sell. and the products don't exist only once they're actually purchased by, say, the supporter. We then produce the product and we ship it straight to the customer for you as well. So when we say that we're doing all the work for you, we really are. And we have been working with the sports clubs on many different levels. We network in the business meetings, and we've worked with people we've met for their business in the networking meeting. We've also worked with clubs we've met through the business club by actually, setting up their online shop for them. And as of last week, I'm now working with one of the ambassadors, Natalie, because she's going to take her own online shop for her own branded gear as well. So working with Sports Business Club basically on every level, and happy to be doing it. So it's all about merchandise. It's just however you want to use it, and we try and make that easy for you. Yeah.
Excellent. Thank you very much, Marie. And obviously it's a very good thing because, even if you run a kids team, at Christmas and stuff like that, some parents could buy mugs, they could buy cups and mouse mats for family members, etc. And obviously setting up the website is all free of charge. You don't have to buy upfront stock, and people can literally go in and order a mug or a mouse mat or a shirt, whatever it might be. And then it's all sent, and it's all, created, printed and sent from one central location. And obviously every item that's sold brings funding into the club. So it works extremely well. And I think it's a wonderful idea. So thanks very much, Marie.
No problem. Thank you.
For that. And that's two of up to about 50 different businesses that can bring different services and funding options into clubs all over our network. So that's that part of it done. Are there any questions from yourself, Casey, at all?
Yeah, I guess a couple of questions. One for Marie. It's I don't know if it's just coincidental. We as a club, we had some discussions the last week, and we talked about an online shop. So I think, yeah, I can definitely connect with that, and would probably want to catch up a bit more later just to discuss what it's about. I don't know if you've got like any minimum commitment levels or things like that.
No, I've put my details in the chat. The whole point of setting the shop up online for you is there are no minimum quantity requirements. There's no targets you have to meet. You decide the prices,
right.
So the profits you make are your own. And if you want a free trial, I've put a link in there and we can set that up for you too.
Okay, fantastic. So you'll definitely be hearing from me.
Perfect.
I guess second question, I guess, is a more general one, and that's really around my club size. So Hope Church FC has been in existence for about 5 years. COVID, that's probably about 3.5 years. Yeah, so it's a growing club. We have just one adult team at the moment, but a lot of the stuff you've talked about sounds like it may be tailored to more established clubs. Where do we fit in here? Would you see us as a kind of club you would want to work with, or you would want to support as we go on this journey?
So I can answer that, Casey, quite easily. The point is, any club, we can build a network around any club. I mean, some of our clubs have only been trading for a year and they've only got one team. Yeah. And so I've got a club that's just got one kids team. A couple of the parents run their own businesses. They joined the network and the club ended up with about £300. Okay. If we've got clubs that do not have so do you have in your club, do you have a clubhouse?
We do not have a clubhouse.
Do you say you do not?
Not, yeah, we do not.
Yeah, okay, fine. So with clubs that do not have a clubhouse, obviously what you can do is you can talk to your parents and of the kids and the players and the committee, and anybody that runs a business or knows someone that runs a business that networks, they can refer them into us. We can talk to them about the network, and then if they sign up, then obviously we still can cut you back on that money. It's not a problem at all, okay? If we have permission from yourself or your club to be able to use your club's logo, then we can actually approach businesses that are all within a 5-mile radius of where your club is situated, to have a chat with those businesses to see if those businesses look to network. And if they sign up based on the fact that they look to network, we can then, refer them in to yourselves as well. Okay. And get them signed up and cut you back on the funding as well. Okay. So no, the answer is no, you don't have to do the network meetings. It's absolutely fine. One thing you may want to do is one of our clubs that doesn't have a clubhouse has actually gone to its local pub and asked its local pub to help, because obviously it's looking to help its own funding, and the local pub's agreed to give it a section of the pub to host network meetings, and obviously the pub then takes money over the bar. So that could also be done. But if I'm being honest with your club, even at the club size, as I say, we can use your logo and your area to contact businesses on your behalf, or you can refer businesses into us from parents of players or players, the community of your club and businesses that they know. That's absolutely fine, and you'll still receive the funding back. And the businesses within the club support pack, you can also meet as well. And there's lots of different businesses in there. Some will suit you, like you say. You haven't got your own, clubhouse, etc. So you're probably not paying utility bills, which is probably why Graham's side didn't necessarily resonate with yourself. But there are a lot of other businesses in there that also help clubs, even without premises and everything else. So don't worry about that.
But can I also add, though, you may know someone who has a business that would like to be quoted to save utilities. Well, that's a referral. That's still a fee. So let's say you had a clubhouse and you had a stadium and you used loads of electricity, you switched using Graham. Well, it doesn't stop there. You don't just get that payment, that commission. You could then recommend it to other people, and then you would also get commissions from them. So you're talking about friends, relatives, work colleagues. Maybe the Saturday manager's got his own printing business and he's got a warehouse. You just don't know. It's limitless. Yeah.
Right.
But we do also have some club, like one club, for example, in Kent. Is I didn't know this. My nephew played for them years ago. I've got 24 teams, and we've got other clubs that got one team. It's not a one size fits all. The only thing that we don't say is it's got to be amateur, because the whole point is, like, these guys make their own revenue. The professional clubs, we want to give to grassroots sports. Other than that, it's all inclusive, and it does not ever cost a penny, ever. We don't sign you up and then 6 months later we say, oh, well, actually, there is no will, actually. It's literally now free and going forward. Because the whole point is we support you. Okay?
Thank you.
Welcome.
All right. Okay.
Just ask a question. Obviously, we've heard from Graham about who can help save money with utilities, and Marie, whose obviously business is setting up a club shop. Can either Jen or David give us some ideas of other businesses that are involved?
Yeah, I can do that now for you verbally with a few of them. But we can also forward on the club support pack to you as well, which has got a lot of the services in there. Okay.
Got it, Dave. Got it.
Yeah. So to give you an idea, we have Caroline McRoyal. She's a sports club consultant. She helps clubs with different funding options that they may or may not be aware of, and how to structure a club to grow a club. So she's worked, and also for planning permission and 4G pitches, etc., and things like that. We have people that can help with your kind of buildings insurance and your liabilities. We have qualified coaches and qualified physios in all counties all over the UK, that if clubs need the physiotherapy, etc., then we can refer them in. And as I say, with the physios, if the clubs can't necessarily afford the services, then we can fund up to 25% of what the physio's bills are. We've also got people in there that can manage things like manage pitches. They can manage the building maintenance. We've got people that can help with legal advice. We've got a company called Team Fee Pay. I'm not sure if it's similar to what the FA run, but they've got a system that helps football clubs run. So it's like a complete online platform where players log in and create profiles and can upload their things like, any allergies and any illnesses they may have, and emergency contact information, and pay their subs online. So we have a complete wide range from on-pitch coaching and physios all the way to stadium and pitch management, legal, accounting, and insurance. So all the way through.
Thank you.
No worries. Any other questions, guys? Oh,
not from me.
Okay, excellent.
From me, one more from me. So what next? What next for us? If we want to be, part of the club, if we want to sign up, what do we do next? If
you give me your email address, Casey, then I will send you over details. I'll also do an intro between yourself and Maria. I'll do an intro between yourself and Graham. So right. Can you access the chat box that's there? Do you want to put your email address in there?
We'll do that now.
Yeah. And then I'll send you, like I said, an intro between yourself and Marie. between yourself and Graham, and then I will send you over the form that you need to fill in to join. Is very, very, I promise you, it's a 2-minute form. You send us your bio, which is about approximately 100 words, and your club badge, your logo. We do social media
Right.
posts and we get started.
All right.
It's really that simple. Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Excellent. Well, thank you very much. And thank you for coming on tonight, everybody. It's nice to meet you all. And Nick, thank you for being as supportive as you always are. It's very appreciated by yourself. And we'll catch up with all you guys as and when, if we've got some further meetings coming up in the future. Hopefully, obviously, the recording of this meeting, Nick, will be adequate for yourself. We will get a copy of the club support pack emailed out to you as well, which I'm sure Jen can do. If not, I can assist with that. And then, obviously, if you've got any questions over the businesses and the services within the club support pack, you're more than welcome to ask us. And that club support pack can be emailed out to all of the clubs within within the FA as well. Excellent.
Thanks very much for running the meeting, Dave and Jen. Marie and Graham, thanks for your time. And Casey, thanks for joining us tonight.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much,
Thank you.
guys.
Thank you.
Have a good evening.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you, guys.